Come check out some terrain good enough for a galaxy far, far away.
Spiking bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer, and today we're talking Star Wars Legion, baby. Now, of course, this isn't officially sanctioned terrain for Star Wars Legion or even by Star Wars or anything like that, but it's definitely got the look and feel, of course, of a galaxy far, far away, that whole time period out there. Now, of course, Star Wars Legion is here. If it isn't here by the time this video is hitting, it will be here soon. We make videos in advance. Who knew? It's crazy. But there's actually quite a bit of terrain available out there for Star Wars Legion. A lot of people were making this stuff, I guess, to go with Imperial Assault. Previously, you know, for actual three-dimensional games and stuff. Imperial Terrain has a very robust offering of 3D printed buildings, you know, vaporizers, all sorts of things out there that you could even imagine, that you've probably seen in a movie at some point, that you can both purchase the physical goods and also the digital files to print them out on your 3D printers too. But wait, they also have hobby guides on how to actually hobby on this stuff, you know, because it's going to have a little bit of printer lines on it. It's a little bit different material than ABS. You can't do the vapor trick on it, but there's some really good guides over there for how to use just some basic hobby techniques that we all probably already know or have heard of or are at least aware of in our hobby arsenal, that you can use on this stuff to make the print lines non-existent or just kind of mitigate them to the point where they're hardly noticeable. So a very, very cool, robust site. Let's head over there, pick out a few things, and show you some of those tutorials. So here it is, Imperial Terrain's website. Very deceptively simple looking site, believe me. So across here, they've got all of the hot links to the stuff. Like I said, there is a whole blog where they talk about, you know, some work in progress stuff, but maybe more importantly, some of the things to help you hobby on, like right here, the prepping and painting the desert small house. You can see the lines in this one here, but when you scroll down and you start following the guide, it starts texturing it up and doing different things. It really turns into something else, which is, you know, like I said, it's really cool to see how you can do so much with this terrain. And then there's all sorts of different designs in here. They have some external links to folks. I'm not going to click on this because I had a little problem loading that site, but I had seen it and read it before. It's a great article on cargo containers, which we're going to get some here to review as well. And then you've got the houses and all sorts of different things. I love this rather large modular landing bay, something that you would expect to see out of some extended or added scenes from episode 4, game board setups, all sorts of things. You can buy the STL formats and print them yourself. They're using, what is this, Prusa printers right here, I believe, print all their stuff out, or you can buy the physical goods in here as well, and they have all sorts of stuff. Some isn't available physically, some you're gonna have to buy print file for itself. Or you can just pick up, do things like this, like, hey, let's just get a table of it, add to cart, one of each. So we actually got our shipment in, and I just wanted to show you, before we unbox it and show you all this cool stuff. And again, this is gonna go kind of quick because we gotta get out the door and get on the road to Adepticon here, but I wanted to leave you guys with this because I know Legion's gonna be such a big thing. People are gonna start searching for some cool terrain and such. Just, you know, 3D print stuff is kind of, people are unsure about it. I'm still unsure about it myself, so I'm trying to convey this as accurately and as easily as possible to everyone out there, so we can all kind of learn, because 3D's right. So look how good this stuff's packed. Like, there's different, like, this is the mechanic's house. These are some of those crates we just showed you right there. Comes with stickers for their logo and a whole box for the desert hut right here. It fits in its own box, so everything is very well packaged. You don't have to worry about that at all. So let's put it on the paint table and take a look at it a little closer. Okay, so first up, you've got the Imperial crates. It's a little kit, I guess, and that's the one we showed you that was painted over on their site. Now, looking at this, I mean, I see real minimal lines here, minimal print lines, but like I said, they say to use gesso to get in there and minimize some of that. It's a brush on primer, but For the most part here, I'm not really, you know, I mean, you can see them, but it's like, how much is it? I don't want to misrepresent the product at all, but there is some ways, if that bothers you, to mitigate it by that blog post we showed you there on Imperial Terrain's made page. But they're pretty cool. I mean, here, very, very minor, again, lines, not sure, not having paint on it, which we definitely want to hobby on these in the future. And maybe that's something we can show you, but this is just a quick unboxing review to give you guys some options for what's coming out to use perhaps with Star Wars Legion. So this set here, this is the cargo, what is this? Cargo container set for $25 US. You get all 4 of these. And they're varying sizes, you can see here. You know, they work great for Legion and everything. They would work good for some of those other space games out there that you might be a little bit more familiar with, at least here on this channel. Right? But there's that. So that's pretty cool. These are a really unique product. I like the styling of it. And like I said, it wouldn't be out of place on a tabletop for Warhammer 40K, or perhaps for games set in maybe a galaxy far, far away. This one here, I almost dropped this off. So this came, this is the Desert Urban Dwelling. Now these are from $22, but it comes like this because they print the roof. You have to separate it. It's slightly attached right there underneath that panel where there would be a door. It's slightly attached, and then you just put it on here, and they got the little square risers right there to kind of lock it in. This is the deluxe version, I believe. There's a Desert Urban Dwelling 1 and a Desert Urban Plus, and the Plus is with the extra little walkway kind of porch thing right here, I guess. Now, like I said, you can still see the lines in there. Again, there's ways to minimize this with using textured paint and such. Again, check out their blog, stuff we just showed you there. But it all can be minimized, and there's going to be a couple of lines. You know, you do have to do a little bit of basic hobbying on it, but not too awful much. And any place that you don't want to spray textured paint or anything like that, just cover up with some masking tape, and you're good to go. Like any the window areas or anything like that. But you know, as far as model wise, these definitely fit just fine into there. Stormtroopers looking fresh. I'm sure even Luke will fit in there with his lightsaber. Yep, for the part, he definitely fits in there. So very, very cool. Another great offering. Maybe not anything that's quite as iconic as this next piece here, which is the small desert. Now this was the one that came in the little box and it was all protected. Again, you're gonna see some lines, but we already talked about that. I'm just gonna stop addressing it. This is a really cool kind of 2-piece kit. It's one of their, I would say, best sellers, judging by their website, and they say that there's always like a week or 2 lead time on it. And then these pieces here slide out for the doorways. Kind of cool. See, they just slide in like that, and then you lock the 3 pieces in like this, and there you go. Again, very perfectly sized, you know, for your games of Legion or anything. Maybe you're looking for a more deserty look out there for your Warhammer sci-fi games. But I really like this one. I could see why it sells so well for them. It's definitely one of the better pieces. Again, it comes protected in its own little box because there are, oops, of course, don't push down too hard on the bottom because it might just slide right out. Now the next piece here is another cool one. This is the one that was all bubble wrapped up. This is the Mechanic's House. I think this one's $35. And you know, at first look, you're like, oh man, $35. But I mean, this thing's pretty tall. It's like 7 by 7 and about 6.5 by 6, give or take. So that was just my small there. But it's a big piece of terrain. It's already assembled. It's actually 2 parts. It comes apart. It's, you know, for the most part, pretty big line of sight blocking and everything like that. You could glue it down if you wanted to, but you don't necessarily have to. But I'm sure this really helped them with the printing of it to have it in 2 parts right here. Nice big door right there. Again, very well sized for the Stormtrooper. So that's a great option, and that'll break up the monotony of, you know, the desert huts and such. So all those are great pieces. I think that one was $35 if I'm not mistaken. And last but certainly not least, they sell a little 3-pack of vaporators. I think these things cost start around $15 or so, but they are going to need a little bit of cleanup work. And that gesso primer will probably take care of the majority of those lines. But this is a little bit more detailed than what you would expect it to be. So I think they're very cool, and obviously very well done size wise. Definitely something that you could see and know exactly what it is for. So about 4 inches tall, what it's for and what it's from, for sure right there. And again, comes expertly packed, and put this piece on the top is force it too hard, so 4 inches to the top there. It goes even higher. Make sure you get every little drop of moisture, get those portions so you can live in the hot sun of the desert. So those were all the pieces we got in here to show you. Again, we're gonna do a little bit more hobbying on this stuff and have a little bit more to report back. But again, this is just kind of a first look for everyone out there, just to kind of wipe your appetite and get you ready for some games of Legion, or to help accessorize any of those desert tables out there for you, for, you know, Warhammer 40K, or even, I suppose, Age of Sigmar to a certain degree. Maybe if you're the Sky Pirates, they would have something like this. I don't know. I digress. So anyways, that's it. We're out of here. We got to get on the road to Adepticon, get ready for all that fun. So if you like these type of features here, first look, reviews, and unboxings, sometimes we build the stuff too when it doesn't come already put together. Make sure to work out those hobby muscles, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on these videos.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. TheLongWar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.